Welcome to Slippery Rock University's video presentation discussing how to provide students an override using the banner Application Navigator screen, SFASRPO. You should only enter overrides for courses within your department. You do not have permission to place an override on a course in another department. To begin, please log into your SRU portal. Next, click on the Employee tab. Once there, please click here on the link for Application Navigator. After you have logged into Application Navigator, please type in SFASRPO and click on Student Registration Permit Override, or press Enter. Once the screen loads, you will be able to enter the student's ID. If you need to search for a student, please click on the ellipses next to the ID box. You can search on their first and last name by typing in the information and clicking Go. If you are trying to press Tab between the fields, you will have to hit the Tab button twice to get to the next field. Once their information populates, select their ID number and click Select in the bottom right. Once the student has been selected, enter the term for the permit in the Term field, or search for a term by clicking on the ellipses next to Term. Once you have the student's ID and the appropriate term entered, click Go. The top half of the screen is for student permits and overrides. The bottom half is the student's schedule. To enter a new permit, click the Insert button on the Student Permit and Override section of the screen. Click on the ellipses to search for the correct permit coding. Select the permit type the student needs to register for this course and click OK. Enter the CRN for the course. The course subject, number, and section will automatically update by entering the CRN. Click Save at the bottom of the page. Repeat this process to enter any additional permits for this student. Please note, make sure the student knows to enter the CRN in order to register for the course after the override is applied. The override does not save the student a seat in the course. This process also does not inform the student that the override or permit is on their record. Some reminders and tips about entering permits and overrides. If a course has more than one restriction on it, you must submit an override for each criteria the student does not meet. For example, if the student lacks the required prerequisites and the course is full, then 2 overrides are needed. If the student receives only 1 override, they will still not be permitted to enroll in the course. If a course has a lecture CRN and a lab CRN, and you are entering an override for the course, remember to enter the override for both the lecture CRN and lab CRN. Override codes will only take effect while registration is available to students, and the override will expire at the end of the add period. Remember, by giving a student an override for a course, you only give them permission to register for the class. The student is not enrolled in the class until they register themselves for the course. Before issuing any permit, you must make sure there are still seats available in the room. Banner does not monitor room capacity, so it is easy to register more students in a class than there are available seats in the classroom. You may check the number of students enrolled in a course by looking at the masterclass schedule. If you have any questions, please contact Academic Records and Registration at academic.records@sru.edu or at 724-738-2010.